don't understand. Am I not coming out?
I hear you. Go ahead. They did not like
they should check the audio connection. We can hear you, sir. We can perfectly hear you. They should check the audio connection.
That's fine.
Can increase your volume, deputy. That would be nice.
I have, and I don't know how far I can go. I think it's, otherwise it will be distorted. This is over 70% or thereabout now. The person who is saying that he cannot hear me can actually increase their own volume of the sets that they are using, or the device they are using, I should say. Now, having paid homage and salute the courage of our gallant fallen heroes and even the living ones, I will proceed to the main subject of this meeting, which has been entitled on the state of our affairs. State of our affairs with respect to indigenous people of Biafra, who we know. This journey started as far back as 2012, 2013, and till date, I have been acting in the capacity of the deputy leader. It is with love and humility that I am here today talking to you, but this may be the last time I will speak to you as the deputy leader of this movement. But that does not also stop me to act in other capacity. The truth about it is that for quite some time now, I have not spoken to our people on radio and the usual media platform that we all know. And a number of people have been asking why. Why is Uche Mefor not speaking? Why is Uche Mefor not speaking? The truth about it is that in recent past, there were a lot of things that have happened, and I am effectively blocked, excluded from broadcasting on Radio Biafra. Yet, people are asking about why I am not broadcasting. The leader of Indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and those that he's working with effectively sideline me from doing things that I am otherwise doing before. A number of people know that there are one or two issues from time to time, but it is now got to the zenith of it all. A few months ago, I started hearing about people, people saying Uche Mefor is a saboteur, Uche Mefor is this, Uche Mefor is that, and then circulating posts on Facebook that the person in charge of Radio Biafra will be sacked on a particular Sunday and all that. I was thinking that it was a rumor, but well, it never happened. I don't know the kind of sack. But I will go straight to pointing at specific things. I heard about the opening of IPOB community radio just like any other person can hear it. Nobody told me about opening IPOB community radio. Radio Biafra was functioning. Radio Biafra was functioning very well, very efficiently. There was no problem. The only problem we were having was on Facebook. Facebook that limits our broadcasting, limits everyone. But all of a sudden, I started hearing about IPOB community radio. And that was our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, mentioning that on radio, telling people to download IPOB community radio, indicating that there is a problem with Radio Biafra. And people were asking me questions. Some of them are writing on Facebook, this Uche Mefor, we know that he is up to something, we know that he's evil and all that. God has exposed you, a lot of things, you know. I wasn't very okay with the comments. And then up to a point where I noticed that even those who are broadcasting on Radio Biafra, we are not broadcasting again. They were all, you know, broadcasting on the platform of IPOB radio. And nobody told me anything. Nobody informed me that there is another radio coming up. Nobody notified me. Even the broadcasters, nobody told me anything. The satellite services attached to Radio Biafra was removed and put on the part of on the platform of IPOB community radio. So what I was then hearing on radio on occasions were people telling leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that Radio Biafra was saying something else and he was saying something else. They complained this over days. And people are asking me, why is our leader's voice not coming out on Radio Biafra? Why is he not broadcasting on Radio Biafra? And I was taken aback because I don't know anything about the opening of IPOB community radio. If you take a decision to go and open up another radio, we went ahead to remove broadcasters who are on Radio Biafra, we removed the satellite services on Radio Biafra, put everything on IPOB community radio, yet without my knowing it. The programs uploaded online on Radio Biafra continue to play on the app. And then people are complaining, why? And they're asking me questions. So how will I explain it? So when they started complaining, the next thing our leader did was to write, he sent me a message and say I should give a former the access to Radio Biafra. I mean, I should hand over the login details to a form that I know that Radio Biafra streaming services is going to expire soon. But it wasn't true because nothing was about to expire. So I was asking him, why should I do that? Because Radio Biafra is on contract that I'm not going to. I'm not going to change or collapse Radio Biafra. Why did he open up another radio? And why will I migrate Radio Biafra to another platform? The Radio Biafra is a parent radio. If there is another radio that is being opened and there is any intention to bring it together, that it should have been brought together, it should have been brought on the platform of Radio Biafra. So a number of back and forth for a few days. Even people started talking to me as well And I told him that the best approach is to make the two radio together. Is to make it, to bring it together so that they will be saying the same thing. But why in the first place would you open up Radio Biafra? I mean IPOB Community Radio. Till today, he hasn't answered that question. Former is at the head of it, and probably with other people. The broadcaster did not tell me anything. Nobody told me anything. So, and I come to a conclusion. I said, when all this back and forth were going on, that for the sake of those who died in this struggle, that I will hand over this with your hands off it. He said, thank you. And then I gave him the details of the Biafra. And he said I should send it to a farmer. I said, no, I won't send it to a farmer. I will not. I will send it, I will give it to you. He can give it to him if he wants to. Give it to him. So within, like, say, 10-15 minutes, he came back and said that the details I gave was not okay. And I questioned it because everything I gave was everything about the password and details. Nothing changed. Then I told him, if a former cannot configure this radio, then give me access to IPOB Community Radio. Why is he, why shouldn't I have access to it? Let me configure it if you cannot do it. They say, no, it's not going on. It's not accept, the password is not synchronizing and all that. And I said to him, I don't have anything to do again. If you want me to configure this video, you give me access and I will do it. So all of it, in the end, he said, okay, a former sent me details of the password and other things for IPOB Community Radio. I logged in and within 10 minutes I configured the radio and they started talking. He started saying the same thing. The problem of people saying Radio Biafra is saying one thing and our leader is saying another died down, despite the fact that nobody told me anything. And people are also asking me, I have no idea what happened, but I'm being asked to render account. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? So if I'm the deputy leader of IPOB and the deputy leader of our leader Mazi, deputy to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why wouldn't I know that another radio is being opened and all that? That is the reason why you are not hearing about me on radio. But it has taken me a long time to come to. For me, this is a humiliation of the highest order. This is an insult on me because when you talk about the internet, the online aspect of Radio Biafra, you cannot write that story, you cannot finish it without talking about me. I worked for this thing for almost 1 year. And when I was researching it around 2012, 2013 or thereabout, internet radio was not popular. Nobody sees it anywhere. It was at the time everything was coming up. And it was so difficult to research. I did the research, I set this thing up, and today, somebody somewhere, I don't know how many they are trying to tell me that I am I'm a Mugu or something like that, if I may use that particular word. So, I will leave that particular topic, but what I am trying to say here, I will leave that topic, but without not mentioning the fact that I cannot be stopped from broadcasting on radio and talking to our people. I have been blackmailed. I have been humiliated in so many ways. And some of you here are clapping hands. That Uche Mefor, that Uche Mefor is evil, that Uche Mefor is this, that Uche Mefor is that. Now, after a week or two that I configured this radio, I went to broadcast. And for me to log in, I found out that I have been logged out. That I don't have access to the platform anymore. And one or two emails I have access, they have changed the password. Everything was changed. That I cannot have access to it anymore. So I sent a message to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and asked him, why did you people go and change the password? Why? Is that smartness or what? That I cannot broadcast? At the time I was telling him this, I also contacted the company that I signed the contract with on behalf of Radio Biafra. That I don't have access to radio anymore. And what they did was for them to disable Radio Biafra from their end. And then the two radios started saying different things again, because online there are preloaded programs that are there already. So the Radio Biafra was repeating repeating old programs. So the company said to make sure that their own system, their own side is okay, that they're going to disable. That is why they did it. The following morning, I got a message from our leader saying I will look into it, but I should give him the details of those who are in charge of our Radio Biafra, including the app. I sent it to him, and I also called those people and told them that the director of Radio Biafra is coming. When he comes, sort everything out with him, give him access to everything. But our leader came back and said to me that he has spoken to a former, that he's going to send me a new password. And then I was asking, why in the first place would I be logged out and then now I'm being sent a new password as an outsider, what? Or for my school in the first place when it comes to this radio aspect, because he's in charge of TV and satellite. So he said I should configure the radio again and all that. And I said to him, I will not go back again to configure this radio. I will not go back to configure this radio again. Not after configuring it, you change the password and log me out. I have given the details to you. Contact these people. I've also spoken to them. Go to them. He contacted them because those people told me that he has contacted them. And he was in contact with them. But he went on radio and was shouting that Radio Biafra app has been sold, that the zoo has taken over Radio Biafra, that the zoo has taken over Radio Biafra. I think he did that broadcast up to 2 or 3 days, making reference to it. But at the time he was saying all this, he was in contact with the company. And then continued to say that Radio Biafra under his nose was sold. Radio Biafra he is the director of Radio Biafra, and Radio Biafra has been taking over under his nose. He made mention of Britain spending millions of pounds and all that. And then made reference to the fact that those person in charge of Radio Biafra is a saboteur, is a traitor, and all that, different broadcasts that he made. People were sending me messages. This Uche Mefor is evil. We know you. We know. This Uche Mefor, you are evil. We know your evil plan in IPOB and all that. He was comfortable saying all these things, knowing fully well that Radio Biafra was not sold. And he knows what happened. He was in the know of what happened. He was praying at the same time and telling lies at the same time. What happened to the oath that we took in IPOB? So, what is the intention? When you say that the person in charge of Radio Biafra, the person in charge of our app has done this, has done that, what is he instilling in the minds of people? Because there is a confirmation, the evidence that he was in contact with the company. He even mentioned the company, but the company has contacted you. And you are saying Zeno Media, they are the people, Zeno Media, the person in charge of Radio Biafra, under my law and all that. Then, when this thing was too much, I think the following day in the morning, I had to write on Radio Biafra, on my page, that those telling you that Radio Biafra app has been taken over, or is under the control of the zoo, or is being sold, that they are all along having access to Radio Biafra. Why didn't they tell the truth? And I said I will come online on my Facebook that day to talk on distance and to also speak about our people who are dying in Igbocha. After saying it, a lot of people came to me, prevailing on me, don't come and do this thing, don't come and do this thing, don't come and do this thing. You know, so many calls from different places. So many calls. They prevailed on me from coming up. But I'm asking, how can I be blackmailed in this way? We are praying on air. We are praying to God at the same time, lying over the whole thing. Lying to the same God that we are praying to help us. What is the intention? And as he was talking, they don't have access to Radio because they changed the password. So till date, I don't have access to Radio Biafra. But one thing is clear. I will broadcast on a platform. I will speak to our people, and I will air my views, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Biafra Human Rights Radio has come to stay. The only way, if ever, Biafra Human Rights Radio will calm down is if IPOB Community Radio is down, and we now have access to Radio Biafra, which nothing happened to it in the first place. Everything you are being told, is all about lies regarding that radio, because nothing happened to it. Nothing, absolutely nothing. And for me to be called a saboteur, a traitor in IPOB, for me to be called a traitor and a saboteur in IPOB, then there is no truth in what we are doing. We must watch our movement, our thoughts, and the sincerity of what we are doing. Somebody is saying Facebook and all that. I'm not on Facebook. This is a Zoom meeting, please. I'm not streaming this thing live on Facebook. I advertised Zoom meeting. I didn't say I'm coming on air. It's not what I said. I advertised this meeting that I'm going to. I made invite for people to join me on Zoom, not on broadcast on Facebook or something like that. So this is the story of our time as it is. As I'm talking to you, I'm not telling you to take it with a pinch of salt. Go and verify what I am talking about. This is the straw or the last straw that broke the camel's back. I cannot take the blackmail because it was very much orchestratedly marshaled out. If Uche Mefor is a saboteur in IPOB, then something is wrong with us. And something is wrong with the platform that we are operating on. I will leave that for a while. I have no idea.
Mazi, I'm sorry to interrupt you. There are people waiting to be admitted. I guess they're lost out. If you can, please, because they need to understand. They hear the full story.
The problem is that how many? 95 now? Okay. 96.
I thought you would have expanded it out to 2. Anyway, it wasn't meant for the public, and I don't even know the reason people advertising it on the Facebook.
Yeah, it's 99 now.
Yeah,
if I can increase it, it will maybe take me another 3 or 4 minutes. So this is this as regards the radio, where people are insinuating that I don't want to broadcast on radio, I don't want to do anything anymore, and people are dying, I don't want to say anything, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. The truth about it is that I am sidelined and I don't have access to a platform. And that is how it is till now. So the other issue has to do with the bastardization of the so-called principle of command and control. There is no sincerity in application of this principle. It suits principle. Some principal officers are using it to victimize others.
Excuse me. This meeting is being broadcast on Facebook by Rapture Media. I just confirmed it. Did you authorize it?
No, I didn't. No.
It's been that means one of us is airing it on Facebook Live. Rapture something. So you may wish to look into that. I don't know who is doing that.
The rapture, discontinue your behavior.
Rapture Media.
So impulsive in things you do. Impulsivity is not going to get us anywhere.
Right, so don't worry. I will ask you there now. Don't worry about it.
It's also live on YouTube.
Stop broadcasting, please.
Well, to me, I mean, let me because I didn't intend it to be live at the moment. I will not allow it to continue.
Why would anybody even want to print this